Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and back to a video I'm going to make about a couple of games that I've played on the channel recently, and I'm going to include them both in this video, but for the purpose of the video I'm just going to use Kona as the backdrop. The other game in question is Welcome to Hanwell, which I already uninstalled, and I'm going to uninstall this game as well. I'm just trying to make another video to kind of explain why I think these kind of games are annoying and why I generally don't like them, and why I've realised that I shouldn't buy them because they're all kind of the same stuff. So aesthetically I like this game. I think I said that in the first video if you watched it. I like the look of it. It's nice that it's out in the open. I like the snow, the atmosphere, and it's better than running around dark tunnels, which, as I've said in previous videos, I don't find running around corridors or tunnels and ghosts or monsters chasing or jumping out very scary. It's just usually annoying. Maybe that's just me, and obviously those games are popular for some people, but not for me. So I like the look of this game, I like the feel of it, but that's as far as it goes. So the problem with this game is it's annoying in that, which is another thing about these kind of games, which I don't like about any game. I think I've mentioned that quite often in games before, where I don't like games that waste your time. I think we all have lives, we all have things to do, even if we're just playing different games, which I and I've weirdly got a life outside gaming. We've all got things to do and things we need to do and want to do. So games that just waste your time, whatever kind of game it is, I don't like that. I think it's annoying. I don't see any reason why games need to. They can have puzzles, they can be difficult combat, difficult games, difficult traversals, whatever. But games where you don't really know where you're meant to go and you just run around in circles a lot, I don't get the point to what anyone would think that was fun. If you're going to have a thing in a game where you need to find a certain amount of things before you can leave the area or complete the mission, then at least tag them on the map or have some clue, because otherwise it becomes annoying. Again, maybe that's just me and certain sorts of ways of thinking in games I can't do, but for me that's annoying. I don't know why they think that's fun. Let me just show you this game. So I get back in my nice old pickup and I tried to leave the general store, which I've tried to do many times.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out. And
you get this, which means you really can't leave. You can see the road's blocked anyway, so even had I wanted to leave, you can't. And let me just get out of this. Oh, I think I've stuck my car in a... So yeah, it's just annoying that you can't leave the area. It won't let you leave the area. I mean, this is about as far as I can get, because it's telling you each time you want to go that you wouldn't want to go. So you know that you're not meant to go, if that all makes sense. So I've been stuck at this store since whenever. I think quite a few times I've come back into this game for like 15 minutes on random nights. Let me just warm up again or die in the cold, although that would be a blessing. And I've done the same bit again each time. I think once I did find another thing that I hadn't found before. It didn't really seem to make a lot of difference, but I thought, oh, that's the thing, and now I can leave, but it still says I wouldn't want to leave the store without finding the clues. But I've run around this stupid store, and it's not that big. There's a small little cabin thing there, and there's a store, and there's not that much outside, and I've run around this stupid store and this stupid area so many times, and I'm fed up with it. And like I said, I don't know why that would be fun. I don't know why anyone would find this fun or why anyone would want to keep doing this. Like I said, maybe a certain kind of logical brain will latch on to what you're meant to do, but I just don't. And as I see from the other things I've found, the clues aren't at all tagged. These things that are things you can look at.
Amateur hunters showing some pride in having killed a nice pelted beast.
But just because
Like
something's
this,
tagged, let me
only
show
an
you
area of
these
wolves
things
would become
here,
extinct
it doesn't
within 10 years, Carl thought.
necessarily mean it's anything relevant. It can just be some part of the story, or it can be just something random that's not important at all. So I've run around looking at all these little pics, open the drawer, there's nothing in the drawer, and I've just got completely fed up with it. There's a limited amount of times, even in a game you've been playing a long time, and you're really invested in, how much you want to run round and round looking for something or trying to complete something. And in this game I've not been playing it that long. This is the first major location I've got to, and I've spent X amount of time there just running around this not very interesting store. That dead body just becomes, and again that's another thing that makes this game, spoils the game, because you've got a dead body there and it removes all manner of tension and atmosphere if you're then running around this stupid store looking for little clues and little bits and pieces while there's a dead body there. That would be something that would be, let me quickly go somewhere else. And so I don't think, and this area is not massive, you could drive back to here if they wanted to have a clue here that you didn't pick up, you could always come back, but the fact they won't let you really go without finding it, I think it's annoying. It spoils the game, it spoils the atmosphere, it spoils the tempo of the game, and like I said, I haven't got time to spend days and days just coming into this stupid game to run around a general store that's not the most interesting building ever at all, to look for something. Like I said, all these little things have tags, I've looked at what was in there, I found that, I thought that was it wasn't, and then you have to drive off to see if you can actually get anywhere, and you can't. So no, uninstalling this. I wouldn't necessarily say I wouldn't recommend it, because obviously there's a lot of games like this, and obviously they're popular to different levels. So if you like games, or you have lots of time to run around, or your mind is a certain kind of analytical mind where you can think, right, I've checked that, I've got to check that, and you know, then maybe it's great for you, but it's not great for me. And tagging back into Welcome to Hanwell, I also uninstalled that, because if you watched the last video, and if you did, it doesn't matter, you get, again, it's running around a not very interesting landscape of a town. There's not much going on. I know the premise is it's deserted, but it's not very interactive. You can only go into certain places where they let you, so you can't go into random houses, you can't do much, there's not much happening, you can't go into cars or anything like that. So again, it becomes a bit boring if you're just running around, and then you get transported back to the woods where you started off, and you get killed and blinded at the same time. And again, that's not scary. Nothing in that game was particularly frightening. It's like things running at you, but that's no different from Romans running at you, or mummies running at you, or robots running at you. Just because it's something running at you that's a zombie looking thing doesn't make it more scary. The atmosphere of the game is relatively ominous, but it doesn't feel so scary that just because you see something running at you going, oh! And the fact that you get killed a lot because you don't really get a weapon, it keeps disappearing. Each time you pick one up, it disappears again for some reason, and then you get blinded as well. Again, I don't know what the point to that is, that blinding thing, because that's just annoying, because it wears off. It just means, like with the torch going out, you just have to stand in a place until you stop being blind. And as with when you get beamed back to the forest area, what happened to me is, if you watched the last video, I got blinded and chased by something trying to kill me. Then I got locked in a barn, and the things couldn't get in because they were stuck in the door. But I tried again, and then I just got killed and blinded at the same, or blinded and then killed. And I just thought, this isn't interesting. It's not particularly fun. It's not scary at all. And you're just walking around a not very interesting environment to see the odd little things you're allowed to see, and then get killed often. And I don't think that's anything. If I wanted to walk around an environment, I'd rather walk around something in Cyberpunk or Watch Dogs Legion or The Witcher or whatever, where there's a real world going on, and yeah, these things trying to kill you, and sometimes they're going to be scary because they're trying to kill you, but where there's a real world, not just walking around some random empty land or corridor or store, for no point. So yeah, I need to write down on my to-do list, never buy these kind of games again, because it seems like each one might be a bit different, but they've all got that same annoying kind of trait to them. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Till next time, take care for now.